time for Dave 101.
Dear paranormal enthusiasts, people who investigate, people who are out there looking for their ghostly, whatever you want to call it, do me a favor, do the world a favor, stop mentioning the word science. We don't want science anymore. Why? Let me tell you. I was on The Angry Ghost Hunter, which can be found on our YouTube channel, and skeptical paranormal investigator, Kenny Biddle, that is, sorry. Keep thinking Rob Dibble, the pitcher. But Kenny Biddle was on, and he mentioned the word science. Now, that is a trigger word for me that has absolutely happened over the last number of years with this show. Why does it piss me off so much? Well, let me tell you, because this is what the Dave 101 is all about. Look, paranormal investigators, I hate to break your heart, okay, but you are conducting absolutely nothing scientific with your investigations. Now, I understand this is going to upset some people. I really do. But the majority of people and the majority of paranormal teams out there that are using the word science to hide behind their ghost hunting adventures is ridiculous. We need to get away from that. Everybody always wonders, why do we not have any credibility in these fields? Credibility. Paranormal people using the word science all the time when you know they haven't conducted a scientific experiment literally since high school. We got UFO people who are wondering and making livings off of lying about their credentials, journalism, scientist, and many others, but they get a free pass. We look at the Bigfoot world. Once again, science comes into play there. You know, whether it's the BFRO or anybody else, I am conducting scientific experimentation on the North American great ape or the monkey. Look, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm probably going to break your heart. You're not going to believe me anyways. But the reason why I rant about this is because I care about my audience. I care about the information that they are getting. And I watch my audience. I see some of them on Facebook posting, shows from fake journalists, and I see them posting on shows of fake scientific investigations in the paranormal and Bigfoot areas. And it bugs me. It bugs me because we're smarter than this. We are better than this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or even a Walmart greeter that much difficulty to go onto Google and check what they're doing. Let's start with Bigfoot here for a second. When you are conducting experimentation on anything, and I'm not a scientist, but I know this. When you are conducting scientific experimentation on anything, what you are doing is you are starting with a hypothesis. Then you are trying to find the answers to that hypothesis. Could it be possible? Is there probability that we are going to get a reaction? You then conduct the experimentation, and after the experimentations, you conduct the conclusion. That's it. That's a scientific experiment right there. Going into any experiment is not having preconceived notion of what is going on. So in the Bigfoot world, if you don't believe the woo that this creature has been able to just disappear, vanish, footprint trails disappearing in the snow, when there's no trees around, no cliffs to fall off of, no caves to hide in. Conducting opinion is killing these fields. We have brilliant people out there who are making incredible discoveries, an incredible forward motion with all of these fields, whether they are amateur scientists or whether they are professionals. And we continue to put our foot in our mouths. Why? All we want is credibility. We always hear somebody say, we want credibility for this field. Why isn't the public taking us more seriously? Why aren't more people tuning into my YouTube channel and seeing my evidence? Because when you conduct opinion, you're not conducting anything scientific. That is the point. So when I hear ghost hunting teams talk about, well, we are conducting scientific strategies in order to prove or disprove the existence of ghosts. Well, what are you doing? What do you do with your evidence? The best way to confuse a paranormal team is to ask them, what do you do with your evidence? They'll be like, what do you mean? Well, we collect it, we gather it, we put it in a database. But what do you do with it? What do you mean? What you should be doing with your paranormal evidence is sharing it with other teams to see if in that same location they got the same results. Also, part of the scientific experimentation is trying to redo what the results were to see if they happen again. So when you go to a location and you're ghost hunting at Mick Jim's bar or Mick Dave's bar and grill that's supposed to be haunted, and you're there for 2 hours, it's not a scientific investigation or experimentation. You are conducting nothing scientific. Nothing. Bigfoot's the same way. If you don't want to believe in the woo, that's your personal opinion. But if you are refusing to look at the evidence that people are bringing forward, I'm looking at you, BFRO, and then you are editing posts, editing reports, or not even allowing reports to be filed because of the woo, and you don't want to be wooful, then you are not conducting anything scientific. It's disgraceful to the field. And here we are, always wanting to wave the banner that we're the best, we're number one, trust my research, don't trust the other person's, or we're the biggest group out there, so you need to believe what we are doing. No. No. This entire field is falling apart and continues and will continue to be laughed at because of the way we handle things. There is no professionalism in this field. Very few people are actually professional. I could say that as an outsider who's not a researcher. Yet we want to conduct opinion. Opinion solves nothing. Opinion gets you in trouble. Opinion may get you a television show, may get you a few books sold, may get you a few conferences that you may headline at, a few paid gigs, maybe even, a big interview on one of the major networks. But if that's what it's all about, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Each and every one of these fields has some major questions to answer. For instance, with ghosts, what are they? Where are they? What's it like on the other side? Are they truly people from the deceased or that are deceased that were formerly living on this planet? What's it like to die? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Okay. Are they from a different dimension? These are questions that we need to be solving. Not, can you knock 3 times? Or can you finish off shaving a haircut? Right? We don't need that. We do not need that at all. All you're doing is playing games. And it's great to play games. Look, I like ghost hunting. I like going to haunted locations and getting freaked out a little bit. I really do appreciate that. I really do. But it's not moving the field forward. Spending thousands of dollars on equipment is not moving the field forward. You look at the UFO field right now. Everybody wants to talk technology. Everybody wants to talk uh, any sort of free energy, anti-gravity. What are the Tic Tacs made of? What are these black triangles made of? Pushing the experiencers who've had real experiencers to the side. We don't buy that because there is no proof. Anecdotal evidence is not proof. Yet, you talk to people behind the scenes, and they will tell you point blank, the experiencer's day is coming. And it's coming fast. We have people showing up just to make names for themselves in this field. I don't mean to crush on Demi Lovato, but how many TV shows would we get if we had 104 million subscribers on our social media accounts? I'm not interested in learning to figure out what Demi Lovato has to say about UFOs. I saw the trailer to her show, not impressed. Not impressed at all. To me, it's everything that's wrong with ufology in the public eye. Well, Dave, you could easily criticize. How could you make it better? How do we make it better? We bring on credible researchers to guide her along her path in learning about UFOs and what they're all about and what's happening. But now she's all of a sudden been taken. So not only is she an experiencer because she saw one UFO, but now apparently she's been taken. That's your future of ufology. Right there. And nothing you can do about it because of 104 million combined subscribers. This is why shows like this one and others who are bigger and some that are smaller struggle. We work our tails off to provide proper information to you. We try to bring you a balanced dedication of the truth, the honesty, the integrity of what people are doing in the field. And if there are people that need to be called out, we can call them out. But we know on this show, we like to have fun as well. And sometimes the woo gets a little out of hand, but that's okay. It's entertaining because in the end, we're about entertainment for all of you listeners. But for the most part, the investigators out there, if you want to be taken seriously, whether you're looking for Bigfoot, you're tracking down ghosts, or you're searching for UFOs, be professional. Be professional. Stop using the word science. Use the word your opinion. Stop conducting opinion for the sake of trying to earn your stripes. If you don't know something, that's okay. We can find out the answers together because that's what it's all about. The only ones that are putting eggs on our faces are us in this field. And there's a lot of brilliancy in this field that if we actually use the noodles inside our heads collectively and together, we might be able to solve some of these beautiful issues. But we don't. We don't. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of cool mysteries out there that need to be solved. But instead, we're looking at science. We're looking at television. We're looking at conferences. We're looking at how can I further myself ahead by saying whatever I want to say in a field that is anarchic as much as the paranormal. And it sucks. It sucks. We're better than this. We can be better than this, but we have to start being better than what we are. And that's your Dave 101.